Thomas was awaiting at the station when a strange engine passed by. "Driver, do you know who that is?" "Can't seem to tell, Thomas," he answered back. "Probably a visiting engine." "He looks just like me," Thomas thought to himself. As he was puffing along, he was trying to make sense of the engine. Days passed. At the big station, he was still pondering when Gordon began to complain.
I don't know why Sir Topham Hatt relies on such little engines. I'm the famous engine around here."
"Little engines are useful too, some famous as well." "Ha," huffed Gordon. "Little engines can't be popular. It just isn't possible." And he puffed rudely away. Just then, the little engine came into view and stopped beside Thomas. "Hello," the engine said. "I have a deal for you." "What kind of deal?" asked Thomas. "I'll make you famous, but it's for a price." "What?" Thomas asked nervously. "Your soul." Thomas wanted to get away, but he wanted to prove Gordon wrong. Ultimately, Thomas's ego got in the way, and he agreed to sell his soul. "Splendid," said the other engine, and he puffed away into thin air. For what seemed like days, Thomas felt like he was on top of the world. Photographers came in near the rails to see him in motion, and it seemed like his wish had came true. When Gordon saw him at a station with the crowd beside him, he stayed silent and puffed away with the express. Thomas grew cockier and cockier. Percy was trying to shunt freight cars, but the cars were being silly, holding back their brakes so that Percy couldn't shunt them. Percy turned to Thomas. "Could you help me shunt these cars? They're being noisy and rude. I just want to get this job over with." "What do I care?" said Thomas. "I have better things to do, Percy. So be like a really useful engine and keep going." And he went away with his coaches, leaving Percy shocked and appalled. "How could he end up so terrible?" said Percy to the cars. While Thomas was too busy keeping up appearances, the other engines began to disappear like magic. First Toby, then Edward, then Henry, until it was just Percy and Thomas left. Percy was scared. "All the other engines are gone," said Percy in the sheds. "I'm worried I'm next. I'm worried you'll be next."
"Percy," said Thomas sleepily, "that's not gonna happen. I know it won't."
But when Thomas opened his eyes, Percy wasn't there. He slowly crept out of the sheds and looked around. Oh dear, he was right. He began to hear a screeching noise. "Who's there?" Thomas shrieked. Suddenly, it grew cold in his boiler, and the sound of a whistle echoed in the fog. Thomas didn't want to believe it, but he looked in front of him, and there he was, the engine he had made a deal with. "Hello again," said the engine. "Where is everyone? I know you did something to them." "Ha," laughed the other engine. "Now you care about them." "What do you mean?" "You let your ego get in the way of you, silly little Thomas. You didn't care for anyone but yourself." The other engine buffered up to Thomas and puffed away with him to the smelter's yard. Now, it seems to have gotten the better of you. Thomas looked around and saw Toby, or what was left of him. Oh. Now it's your turn to pay the price for all your greed. Thomas gasped as he saw the crane. As it slowly came down, he shut his eyes, knowing it might be his end. But suddenly, everything stopped. Thomas opened one eye, and he saw he was back in the sheds with Percy and Toby. Toby was worried. "Thomas, what happened? You've been shaking all night." "Oh," Thomas said, "it wasn't real." "But it felt so. It was probably just boiler ache from the load of dirty water you took at the station. It messed up your tubes." "It did?" Thomas asked back. "Most likely. Oh, go back to bed, you silly little engine." Thomas sighed and smiled. He was just happy to be home, and he knew never to be greedy ever again.